action is not gender specific. It is not just for the, because I'm playing Marco, I'm doing action. No, if some female will take up the character, they will have to do a action. You will see a female character chopping off.
If Mary had to do action, Mary also will do action with Marco.
Yeah. So
got it.
Again, that's the whole point.
Hi everyone, this is Manjusha Radhakrishnan, Entertainment Editor, Gulf News. Today I am with South Indian actor and man of the moment Unni Mukundan. His movie Marco is out in the UAE cinemas now and it's a huge blockbuster. Let me tell you, it's got maximalist violence in it. You see him playing the titular role where he's sawing, slicing, hacking people to death with great panache. So Unni Mukundan, do you feel like a pan-Indian superstar now?
Maybe sometimes the last 2-3 weeks, but thank you for that. The thing is that Marco has been made with a lot of effort. It's not something that happened overnight. A lot of effort has been put in from my side. When I say my side, is that my team consists of the director, writer, producer. I'm one of the co-producers of the film. The entire team who has worked day in and day out to make something of this sort happen. I heard a very reputed director, Mr. Ram Gopal Verma sir, praising us like left, right and center. It's a huge appreciation for the Malayalam film industry in general, because we've been always considered as this industry which comes out with good cinema, like the good student in the classroom. But I, for some reason, also wanted my technician and my industry to make films that can travel across the nation. To be very precise, Malayalam version was doing really well and we released the Hindi version alongside. It started with 30 shows.
Like you said, you've worked your way up actually. What we love about him is that he started with, I suppose, supporting roles and then you worked your way up. This has not been easy for you, right? I think you made your debut in 2011 and then it's been more than 10 years. Do you feel like a sense of accomplishment that you did it all on your own?
I mean, that will always be there, because and there's no sense of accomplishment. I'm a very dissatisfied person. Even I feel that Marco should have been done in a certain way much better, because as an actor or as a technical mind, you will never be satisfied with what you have created. Just the fact that I'm thankful that the movie has come out really well.
Yes.
For the audiences. If you ask Hanif, the writer-director,
yes,
he would say, no, I could have shot it much better. So the sense of accomplishment is too early and for this age. Okay, too young to feel accomplished.
Okay.
But what I can say is that, yeah, I feel good. I feel good because nothing better than a blockbuster, right?
Very true.
And
very true.
I see cinema not just as an art, but also as this business module wherein the art has to be protected in a way that the business part doesn't kill the artistic elements. So that is a very that's a fine line that the actor or the producer has to maintain. That it's end of the day it's just about numbers. People appreciate the movie if it is doing good numbers.
Right.
It's a very sad reality.
Right.
It can be a very good film, but if it doesn't have the number to support it, nobody's going to talk about it.
Just to put things in perspective, there have been many reviews that have labeled this movie far more brutal than Animal, which was by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, which was also high on violence. Do you take that as a compliment? Because that movie was also very polarizing. People either loved it or hated it. There was no in between. Even this one, people either really love it, therefore are willing to watch it again and again, and the ones are saying this is too much, this is not some Korean movie, we don't have to watch such, it's in your face violence. There's hardly like sawing of hands.
To begin with, I love Sandeep Vanga Reddy sir. I just love the way he handles the cinema. All the movies, somehow before knowing the individual, you fall in love with the cinema.
Okay.
Not because it's a violent film or this kind of. It's a cinema. It's a narrative that I really liked. Second, I don't. It's a compliment if to be compared to Animal, because it's a film that has succeeded. And it has film that has touched lives and people have appreciated it. Yeah, the people who have not liked it or didn't consider it cool enough, it's fair enough. They have their opinion. But for us, it's a compliment.
Right.
We are nowhere close to Animal in terms of, because I feel that Animal is a different kind of cinema. There's a lot of music. There are a lot of
there's
drama.
A bit of romance also, and emotion.
We are more one of a kind of a cinema in Marco. Just the comparative space is that the kind of violence that has been used in the cinema. We were very upfront saying that this will be the most violent film from Malayalam.
Right.
I'm just very happy that we've been termed as the most violent in India, and we are going to release it in South Korea as well. So
you
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are the true judges, though. They're used to it. They're kind of desensitized to like sawing off hands.
No, I think it's
baby fetuses being like, held up in a vat of acid below.
I think, see, cinema gives you that freedom of expression, and I think no filmmaker should be pressurized enough to not do things that in general people don't appreciate, because a creative mind is creative because he is thinking different. So at least that kind of thing, and then you have the censors in place. Let the censors board do their job.
Right.
Let the filmmaker do what they want. Depicting the true nature of the society is very important.
Okay.
You can showcase wrong information through cinema. That is possible. That is possible through any source of media.
People have been asking whether should we show so much violence also, right? Have you read all the reviews?
Yeah, quite a few of them.
And what do you think of it?
But I see most of them really enjoyed it. Very few here and there.
They did. What would you like to tell people who think that, violence begets violence, we are glorifying violence, etc. People take to guns because of it. Is that because I saw a movie called Rifle Club the other week. I enjoyed it tremendously as well. So that's not to say that I'm against, owning guns, etc. What is your take on gun violence? That's different, right?
Yeah.
So do you as an actor also believe that I'm there to entertain? I don't need to teach people. I'm not your professor. I'm not your life. I'm not your mentor.
So definitely that's one thing that me being an actor and someone from the production side, I don't think cinema needs to teach you anything. It is purely meant for entertainment. I think the core idea of cinema happened just to entertain people. I think maybe at certain point or a different kind of medium like a documentary fiction or something like that would have tried to do that, but in general, commercial cinema is all about entertainment, and when you speak of the dynamics inside cinema, you will have a lot of songs, which is the folk culture of Indian films,
right.
And then you have violence and action, because that was always a part of the primitive life that we were. We are here because we fought a lot of battles.
Right.
See, so you carry that thing in the nature, and these two kind of help to showcase commercial cinema in a certain manner, like the exaggerated way of life.
Okay, it's escapist.
Yeah, escape. So, and I have never been influenced by any sort of cinema.
I wanted to ask you, Vidya Balan was telling me nothing tastes as good as Blockbuster does. She was talking about Bhool Bhulaiya 3,
Okay.
which happened after a long time. She was like, I've done great movies, like Kahani, everything.
Right.
But something that makes money, people tend to take you more seriously. Perhaps they view a successful person is always viewed differently.
I second that. Whatever she said is right.
Are you being taken more seriously? Like, oh, he's actually far more talented than I thought because you made the money. There's a blockbuster up your sleeve.
Maybe that's the industry benchmark is success. I mean, commercial success. And to an extent, even for the audiences as well. Like, okay, this guy is delivering hits. So something is doing right. And yeah, something somewhere is going right. That's why it is reflecting that way. But I don't totally buy to the idea, because I know that's not the ground reality. There will be a very good actor who's not able to
pull in the audience.
But the business that cinema is needs that kind of number to. That's what I think. I'm pretty much sure that's why Vidya Balan ma'am would have said that.
No, she loves it. She says nothing. It tastes so good. Like, and also she's like, it makes you want to do more movies as well, because it's a great ego boost, right? Like, look at you. You did everything. Even your body was transformed. Yeah. You went all out for this. Would you call this your biggest gamble, creative gamble in your career?
I risked it big time with Mepadiyan, and I won it big time. So I just felt that this is in a different level altogether, commercially, and coming back to the genre that I really like to be a part of. Because what happened, initial phase of my career, I got typecast as this actor who's into action. So that didn't go well with me, because I very clearly knew that I'm not someone who's mad about action, but I do it well. That was the only reasoning that I had. But then what happens, more than the audience, the industry people are the people who actually typecast you. The audience are always open for the actor to do something new. Even they wouldn't have any preconceived notion for any particular director or a production company that these guys will be doing this kind of cinema. The audience are very free, because they don't have any other expectation other than a good film. I started having these long runs. That's how Maligapuram happened.
Yes.
And honestly, this thing of the euphoria of having these openings and discussions on how big the numbers is started to get me as well.
Okay.
I was like, why am I not doing it? Because am I scared of it, or is it a danger game, or what is it about it? And then I realized, no, it's time that I do it. It's like time wherein the audience also can perceive me as this larger than life character, because these are these very commercial stuff wherein a lot of things, sometimes the audience doesn't love you to do that.
No, when you were hacking people to death in this movie, I really thought
I was doing it.
Yes, I was like, yeah, you were really into it. But was there any point where you said this is too much?
No.
Like, I'll be honest, while I was watching the movie, the last bits about with the baby, I could not watch it. I was not even looking at it. So that's each to their own. What is your
So I would
degree
say
of
that this
tolerance?
is just 30% of what I wanted to do.
Really? So there is a sequel coming up.
There is a sequel. I think Marco will go up to four series stuff. Yeah.
Really, it's like the Fast and the Furious. It will go on and on.
More of like not
So
fast.
more 30%. I thought you did everything. You hacked limbs. You hacked. You grabbed eyeballs. What else? I mean, seriously. And then you were retching on the corner after that.
So it's not the action, but the intensity that I was talking about. The intensity. Already there have been cuts which kind of took away. So if you have heard the editor of this film speak, he's saying just 30% of what you have seen. So it's the intensity part. It's not the action. It's just the how badly you will feel it. So maybe coming up, the audiences will get more used to it and
desensitized.
No, I'm thinking it's enjoying. It's the enjoyment. I'm not saying that people are enjoying seeing somebody chop off somebody's limb. It's just, I think the focus is more on the character-driven cinema. They will not be disturbed watching action. I think they will be more. I think they'll more connect to this fearlessness of this character.
Okay. Rebel
That is
with
the high.
Cause. The rebel with the cause.
I feel so. I am not saying that I'm going to propagate more violence on screen. It's already there. We've been reading about bomb blasts, and we've been reading about all kinds of crimes. The audiences actually realize that this is not something that I should be doing.
My question is, the Malayalam industry is also going through a very interesting phase. You are a producer as well. How aware are you of what's happening? Were you very posh compliant? Were you very sure that it has to be a safe set for both men and women, or a safe working space?
Yeah, that's need not be asked actually. It has to be like that, and I believe everyone tries to make sure that it's a great working environment for everyone. Given the fact that we had a very few, like say 5 or 4 female who were part of this product.
Yeah, it was a very male-dominated movie, na? Mostly barring your.
I am asking you to produce a female-driven action movie, and you let me know how many of the audiences would go and come and watch it.
You never know.
I'm just asking you.
Happen, no?
See, once you do it, only then you understand. So it's because it's an action film and driven by a mad character. It has to be like that. It has got nothing to do with the fact that
gender. It's not gender.
It's not gender specific. I've been questioned. There's another question that came my way was that why did you kill females and kids? But killing has nothing to do with gender as well. If you don't feel bad when a male is being killed, you should not feel bad when a female gets killed. You see, I mean, just saying that
it's the cost of a human life.
It's the cost of the human life. It has got nothing to do with gender. Same goes with this. I am very much open. Like we have superstars in Malayalam who can actually do an action film, and I'm looking forward to it because that's how it should be.
Maybe your other Marco will have more of a women presence.
I don't think Marco will have that. I don't
never say never to it. How do you know that?
I'm the
People
producer.
change. So you'll only have men, is it? It's going to be
with
a
Marco,
male
yes.
testosterone
with
show.
Marco, yes. I can't dilute.
You can't dilute Marco.
No.
Marco is male-driven.
But I'm very much keen on looking forward to see a female-driven cinema do really well.
Okay.
I really want it to happen. I really want everyone to come forward and bring that kind of a change as well. Because I've seen movies. So I like the Lara Croft series.
Yes.
Okay.
Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Tomb Raider. So Lucy. So I loved all of that. But for that to happen, I think the kind of effort or the kind of action that brings in. See, those are very action-dominated characters.
For sure.
Even if they are female-driven, it has a lot of action in it. So again, action is not gender-specific.
There was Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I thought both of them
what I'm trying to say is that action is not gender specific. It is not just for the, because I'm playing Marco, I'm doing action. No, if some female will take up the character, they will have to do a action. You will see a female character chopping off.
If Mary had to do action, Mary also will do action with Marco.
Yeah. So
Got it.
again, that's the whole point. So I am looking forward to that.
Yes.
And why I asked you to produce it is that, jokingly, is the thing is that.
I was very confused by that. You don't think people produce those movies?
They don't, because the results have been very poor. I mean, if you go by the numbers
numbers alone,
just numbers, are not the quality or the expectation of the film or anything like that. Just by the numbers, what has happened over the past, it tends to get scarier, because action in general as a subject, as a genre, is quite expensive with the technicalities and the look and feel. It's say if a normal film costs you 10 rupees, this will cost you 30 rupees.
Got it.
So
so there's more at stake.
More at stake, and someone has to come forward, or maybe the lead actresses will have to take the charge and come forward and do it. So if someone does it and succeeds, then it will be a norm.
Right.
So there has to be an example in front of us. But
of course,
because that has not happened, you cannot write it off. It will always happen. I always believe in that. I'm very optimistic about everything in life.
Yeah.
But since it has not happened, I don't know.
Okay. Do you always separate the art from the artist? I ask you this because there is a Jagadish who's always pro-women. He says the right things, and on the other hand, the patriarch of the house is Siddiq, who's accused of sexual misconduct. Do you think, as a producer, you just hire talents? You don't look at what's their backstory, what's happening in the background?
Should I?
I cannot answer that.
I don't know. Again, to be very honest, the art has to be separate, definitely, for XYZ reason, and because they are at a space wherein it has been not proven. So just with the fact that it has not been proven, I rather believe that the art has to be separate, and the artist has to go through whatever they have to in their personal life. Yes, but I've also seen people wanting to take strict actions, or come
cancelling them. It happens in the West a lot.
Or come to a conclusion just a bit too early, because that's not the job of the creative part of their team.
Okay.
We have the entire legal system in place to take care of that. So instead of juggling into a space for which you don't have complete knowledge about, rather be at a space wherein once the verdict is out, or once things are in picture, then we can go with the set decision.
Okay, fair enough. No, I ask you this because in the West we cancel people very quickly. Like if somebody is accused of, then there is a chance that person does not get a job. Like
you need not follow the West for everything. You just say that that could be a way, but it need not be, because like I said, instead of following things with half knowledge, rather be at a space wherein you are willing to be at the right side.
Okay, right side of the history.
Wherever you feel this is the right thing to do, let's be there.
Okay.
So instead of taking things in own control and being too judgmental about things way too early, and then maybe what if it doesn't come out right, then you again. So the creative side should stay back, and we are very much with the people who have suffered. That's the bottom line. It cannot be like you can't. It cannot be like because something has happened, let's be, because that's not part of the director's profile. It's not part of the producer's profile, and also it's just feeling that just too early to come to a conclusion.
Okay, fair enough. So you're very, what kind of a producer are you? This is the last question. Are you the type to say, how much money am I spending? Are you stressed about it? Because you're also the actor, right? Not an easy though. You're juggling so much. Money is going on
because
one
I
hand.
mentioned this money part a bit too much in this interview.
No. I swear the movie is very entertaining. It's not about the money, and it's recovered. So guys, everybody, you have done well. Your fans have done well.
That is fine. That is fine. What I'm saying, why I mentioned is because I always see that this is a business. This is a part of business. I just cannot close my eyes on the fact that it's a business, and when you invest a certain amount of money, it has to come good. What I always insist is that when I think of it, I am thinking of it. The actor in me really wants to go all guns out. It's the producer in me that wants to protect the actor as well. okay, I will give you this amount of money, but try your best to do
Accomplish.
yeah, we'll go step by step. It's just like Mukundan was made for 3 CR. I was a producer.
And this is 30
30. So
well done.
I'm not belittled my actor in me. I have allowed him to grow, but in a manner that it took me 5 years for that. You see, so it has been baby steps, and it will grow from here. So it will never be. So the thing is that I plan well. I'm good at it, and I really enjoy this multi-facet act that I'm doing. I would rather try a lot of things on my own and fail and succeed. I don't want anybody to feel good or bad about me beyond the point, because it has to be like that. I don't want the sympathy thing on me. I have tried my best. I always want to make sure that, okay, given an opportunity, I was at my best. And with Marco as well, the fact that yes, the people who love me, they have really appreciated the film, and they appreciated my effort. I always wanted Malayalam cinema to travel. I always felt that Malayalam films have been always categorized as these niche films, and they do well. They have a lot of message coming out, all of that. When it comes to numbers and hype and all the euphoria that other industries that celebrate, and
the spectacle, the dazzle, and
yeah, that somewhere down the line is not completely missing, but yes, there is a missing, and I want to bring that to that culture. That culture can be appreciated. There's nothing wrong in that. I feel it's just maybe it's too fancy and not very articulate, but I feel Malayalam cinema should have all kinds of cinema.
Fair enough.
In it, because I am someone, I feel if I like that kind of cinema, I should not go back thinking that because I belong to Malayalam film industry, I should only come up with a certain kind of cinema, which I don't want to. I will do it, but I don't want to take the burden of carrying that thing.
Right, fair enough. And you have done so well. I mean, if you guys see Marco, one limb at a time, he wins our hearts. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice talking.
Lovely talking to you, and you did so well.